one of my good brothers, a homeboy from way back when, and then some. We got Beef Stew, City Crew Stew right here. And we're going to run back some stories, some good times. And hey, what's going on, Stu?
What up, brother? Fucking good to see you, my boy.
Been a while.
Been a while, dog. It's been a while. Yeah, bro. Fucking living right these days. Working that old 9 to 5, being a papa. You know what I mean?
Right, hey, right on. That's what I do, man. I'm Elwood's dad, and
Pretty
it's
much.
a it's a job and a half.
I had to find something to do, so I got really into stand-up comedy. I got a show tonight at 8:30, as a matter of fact.
Hey, shout it out if you want.
Yeah,
Eh,
man. Fucking the Cross Keys Tavern in Chillicothe, Ohio, tonight at 8:30. Thick beef stew. Gonna make some motherfuckers laugh.
man, check it out. And how far do we go back?
Jeez, bro. 12 years, 13 years, at least.
At least.
At least, bro.
So,
And I think it was my crowd hung out with your crowd before you and I even knew each other.
100%.
Yep.
So
Good
what
shit, man.
what brought you? You were from you were City Crew, which is pretty much security, and you guys did a lot of security. And I'm trying to think what else. Security comes to mind first.
Well, the reason why security comes to mind first is because Shamba, rest in peace, Shamba, and myself, we were some militant motherfuckers out there getting it. That's really why security comes up. You know, if there was a pack, everyone knew that the chase vehicle wasn't far behind, and City Crew was that chase vehicle. To be honest with you, I had no desire to even be in the motorcycle club world. I really didn't. I was in a hardcore crew. I was doing my thing. Um, our mutual friend from Southern California was really close with my Southern California guys, and his charter, our side, they had a rule where before they could make member, they had to visit every charter on the West Coast. So
And get a signature.
he was doing his visits, and he heard that we were going to Seattle, so he saw an opportunity to get one of his visits in. So he jumped in the car with me and my guys from my old crew. And for 18 hours, man, we fucking mashed and talked and bullshitted. And he introduced us to all these members. And we were having a big event that weekend. That's why we were going up there. So the members showed up to the event and they saw that we were all some violent, ruthless little motherfuckers. And that's pretty much what sparked their interest. There was a member from Seattle that spent a lot of time in Germany. And in Germany, they had a little support set called City Crew. And he always thought that it was something cool to do, something cool to bring to the States. But he never had anybody here that he trusted enough or that was violent enough to handle it. So then he met us and his wheels started turning. And my cousin decided he wanted to leave the crew life and he wanted to go join the club. And I love my cousin to death, bro. And I just kept thinking, he's going to leave our crew. He's going to go join that club and he's going to get himself killed. And I'm not going to be there and I'll never forgive myself. So I started playing with the idea too. Well, then that member that was always in Germany approached me and he said, "Hey, I have an idea about bringing a support crew for us called City Crew, and I'd like for you to run it." And that's where it started.
You didn't want it at first. I remember you're like, man, are you guys serious? We like right where we're at. Now you want to
Yeah.
put this on us and that, and we're gonna have to do this. I was like, shit. But the patch
I,
was cool, dude. I
I
liked the
have,
patch.
well, the interesting thing about the patch was is that there was never supposed to be a patch.
I
It was
remember
all
all that.
it was always just supposed to be t-shirts and it was supposed to be like
Or a little tab.
a little tab, low key undercover thing. It was never supposed to be loud. But after about 6 months of seeing the type of individuals that Shama and I were and the work we were willing to put in, they
And you
brought
guys
us
were
in.
bringing in guys like you. You had a
We were.
crew.
We had a crew. And one day at church, they brought us in and they said, "Hey, we really like what you and Shama are doing. We want you guys to design a patch. We want you guys to start rocking a patch, which is something that the guys in Germany didn't do. So that patch that you have in the thumbnail, that was designed by my cousin's ex-wife, and I mean, we put it on Washington bottom rocker, and all of a sudden we became something that it was never supposed to be.
It was sick, and you guys had big smilings, blessings. No, you guys were untouchable.
We fucking we were very trusted by some very influential members for sure. You know,
100%. 100%.
very trusted. Prospects would get salty because the members would come to us instead of the prospects for sure.
Not this lazy ass prospect, huh?
Not,
No.
you know what, man? I feel like I should clear the fucking air for some people. I really do. Breezy was one of the most solid prospects I've ever been in a fucking room with. That's just the truth. If you needed somebody lumped up, there he was. If you needed to laugh, there he was. If you were
You
hungry,
want a
he'd
hug?
feed you. You want to you need a cuddle at night? This motherfucker got you. Whatever you need. And I feel like there was a lot of people out there trying to trick bag you. And I feel like all the other prospects out there were trying to cut the rug out from underneath you. Well, maybe not all of them, because there were some
Well, there was
decent
a lot
dudes.
of red carpet to cut out if they wanted a piece, because that was
A
always
lot.
on it.
A lot. Anytime I saw a prospect come out of the clubhouse all lumped up, there was a 90% chance you did it.
Dude, I gave it my best shot, but we always had fun. Me and you never beefed. Me and you'd be in the back smoking cigarettes, doing security. I like to do security too. That's why security came to the first mine, because you'd be out there with me. And if I seen you were out there, I knew I could relax a little bit, because someone else is actually on point that's going to do something
Yes, sir.
crazy.
100%.
They said you're out in the woods where Bigfoot is. This is Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Hey, so we can get into that north run a little bit. I mean, you're pretty good at doing this already, so I'll just let you rip. But I've told my side. Maybe you can just start from the clubhouse and wherever we started and work your way down just a little bit by memory. That'd be super tight.
All right. So this is before there was a Seattle charter. This was before there was two different charters. It was still just the Washington Nomads. One member from your side of the mountains was going, and one member from our side of the mountains was going. The plan is we were going to meet up in Grants Pass. Y'all were going to take the eastern side of the state down. We were going to take the western side of the state down. We were going to meet up in southern Oregon, and then we were going to match into California together. I remember which member was on your guys' side, but I don't remember, other than you and your pops, who was there from your side. Do you remember?
I think it was just me, my pops, Ryan, and Johnny G.
Johnny G. It was Johnny G. Ryan
And the
was that
tall
dude
ass
from.
motherfucker, my homeboy. Shout out to Ryan.
Is that motherfucker had that stupid ass big wheel on his bike? All right, I know who he is. I remember now. Well,
Flashy McGee. One
on
upper.
on, on our side, it was Travis, and then it was Three Sons of Hell, and then it was City Crew. It was me and Shamba, but in the car as well, which we always end up forgetting that he was in the car with us, was Buckethead.
Bucket went to that?
Bucket went to that. He rolled in the car with us because we left that morning. We got 60 miles from the house and his bike broke down.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so we had to get his bike back to Tacoma, and then he just jumped in the car with us and said, "Fuck it, let's roll."
Oh,
So
hey, it was Johnny G and Ryan were on bikes, and me and my pops were in the Ranger.
you and your pops were in the Ranger. I was in my ex-wife's Dodge Journey, just mom vanning it, not giving a fuck.
MC, mom's car, homeboy.
Mom's car, homeboy, get out the way. So we fucking we smashed. I mean, we rolled into North. You remember we went to North first? To Cisco's motorcycle shop. We got
We
to
went to
Cisco's.
two motorcycle shops. You forgot the one in Oregon where homeboy took
Oh,
the.
fuck.
You already just almost missed a zinger.
You're right. So we get to Grants Pass, Oregon because Travis knows some fools down there that's interested in coming around the club. So what the fuck? What's this fool saying? A lot of
Hold
these
on, don't
biker
even read
boys.
it. Don't even read the trolls, dude.
It's all good, dog. I'm
Hey,
fucking
so what did they say? Something stupid? If you said something stupid, your mom's a hoe. What were you saying, homeboy? You guys
so
got to
I
listen right here because this organ, this is a memory I'll never forget.
never forget it, dog. I mean, fucking Shamba. We should break down who Shamba was for just a second.
Let's do it.
So
Rest in
rest in
peace
peace.
to Big
Rest in
Shama.
peace, Shama, dog. I think about homeboy all the time. I miss him to death. I love him. So Shama was 450 pounds. And although this motherfucker was dangerous, and he was dangerous, a lot of the time he was a fucking over emotional toddler. And he had,
Funny how that works, huh?
it's just the way it is, man. Like if you didn't know him, you would be a little like, fuck, that's a big ass Samoan. But if you did know him, it's just Shama. He was just somebody that
That
would
was
hug
our
you
boy, though. Shama is somebody who will. We're not just talking shit when we say this. He will die for one of his brothers. He will
without
take or give or do whatever he's got to do without question. Just which one do you want me to get, homeboy?
zero hesitation in that man. Zero
Straight up.
hesitation. Homeboy was all action. But nevertheless, Shama, for as dangerous as he was and for as sweet of a guy as he was, he also had IBS. That motherfucker had to poop all the time. It didn't matter.
He could clear a room,
He could clear a room with a fart like ain't nobody believed.
and he
So,
took his time.
oh yeah, homeboy would sit on that toilet for an hour. He'd sit there till his feet went numb.
Till it lifted him off the seat.
Yup. So one of the members had a crew of guys in Southern Oregon that was interested in coming around the Hells Angels, and he was trying to solidify that relationship by us stopping there and hanging out for a couple of minutes. Shama had to shit. So without knowing these guys, he goes into their like little makeshift clubhouse and just blows the fucking toilet up, dude. He sat in there for 35 minutes and blew it up so bad that all these motherfuckers had to clear the clubhouse. Travis was fucking embarrassed. He took Shama aside and scolded him for pooping. It was the
Those
weirdest
guys
episode
didn't
of
want nothing to do with the club afterwards. Stay away from us.
nothing.
My dad was yelling at us.
Never fucking heard from these fools again. But it was funny watching a Hell's Angels scold somebody for pooping, dog. It was the lamest episode of Gangland I ever watched, homeboy.
But it was like getting COVID. My nose didn't work for 12 hours.
Straight
I
up.
almost
It was a
died when the green smoke went up my nose from the bathroom. I was like, gas bomb, cops are here, it's a
fuck,
raid. And everyone's like, Shama's just shitting, run.
fucking gnarly, bro.
Some of the
Gnarly.
worst smells you would ever smell is when they make like 30 of us pack into the clubhouse and stay there all weekend. On day 3, you get up at 4 in the morning and all these dudes are just laid out everywhere, just the whole place
Yep.
smells like shit.
Oh
You
yeah.
want to go home.
Bro, I thought hanging out with the Hells Angels was gonna be coke and hookers all the time, and usually it was black coffee and dude farts.
Oh man, we thought we were getting cocaine and caviar, and all we got was fentanyl and corn dogs.
Pretty much. Pretty fucking much. So
Yikes.
that little shit incident happened in Southern Oregon, and we all got back in the fucking cars and on the bikes, and we mashed to California. Uh, got to Cisco's motorcycle shop. Sons of hell passed out in the fucking in the little lobby of the motorcycle shop.
That was
Me,
sick.
me, Shama, you, we were still on point because we're the gangsters of the group.
With
We're the
Buzz. Buzz was out on point with us.
Buzz,
Smoking.
Buzz, and what was other homeboy's name? Oh man, he
Cisco
was
was
a
right there, I thought. Was he there? It
Cisco
was
wasn't there.
Cisco, Buzz.
No. Cisco didn't show
Was
up until
Jimmy
the morning.
McCormick there?
It was Jimmy. Jimmy, that's who I was thinking of, was Jimmy.
Hell
So it was
yeah.
us, Jimmy, Buzz. We got to sit in the fucking garage of the shop and just listen to war stories and fucking, oh man.
Puffing with the legend. I just remember Buzz passing me this nasty wet joint, and I didn't even care.
Dude, you know what the most gangster Buzz moment I've ever fucking seen
Yeah,
is?
this. Hey, man, are you worried about these guys and these guys? And he goes, no, because I got this and this, homeboy.
Yeah,
That was
the
G'd
most
out. See, I knew right what you were
gangster
talking
thing.
about.
It was the best fucking thing. And especially because Buzz was 5'5", 100 pounds on a good day. Didn't
I think
give
they
a
took Buzz
fuck.
out, dude. I think something weird happened to Buzz. I don't know. Who
I think
knows?
something, I
Buzz is a
mean,
legend.
Buzz was a really fucking cool dude, man. Like, he was cool. At the North Run, I was running the taxi cabs, you know what I mean? I was in the van
Wait,
shipping the
get us
members
down
around.
there. You were in that van. No, you know what? Just go into it because if I stop you now, you won't remember what you're gonna say. Say the van, dude.
Bro, so at the North Run, well, all right, so let me back up. So we spent the night at Cisco's shop, got hooked up with Cisco, Alex, Jimmy, and some Sons of Hell from North. And then from that point, we mashed down to Hollister. When we got to the campsite, I don't know which charter was running security up front, but they were a bunch of dicks.
They were looking mean, huh? That was Bakersfield at the time, bro. And that guy, that was Casey, I think, being a dick to all of us. And Shamba took one of their cheeseburgers. I go, don't ever
Yep.
take no food off of any of these dudes, bro. That thing might have 10 piles of acid in it.
Well, you think
Oh,
Shama would pay attention. They offered us cheeseburgers and we were like, no, thank you. They offered Shama a cheeseburger. Homeboy was fucking inhaling it. So,
yeah,
uh,
they were dicks, bro. I had to get
they
my
were
patch out of
dicks.
the truck. They let fucking Johnny and the prospect right through, and they stopped our truck. We were right behind him. My dad's a member. Or no, he was just
He
about to
was
be. He
the
wasn't a member
prospect.
yet.
He wasn't a member yet.
Ooh. So they're like, what? I had to go get my cutout and be like, I'm a fucking prospect, motherfucker. Let me in the party.
Well,
Stupid.
you know what backed those motherfuckers off for City Crew? Because they weren't having it, dog. They weren't
They
having
didn't
it.
like Sons of Hell either.
But what backed them the fuck off is the very first person that Shama and I encountered behind them gates was Big Chris from Sanho.
Hell
Big
yeah, he's a
Chris,
G. He
he's a
loves you
G.
guys.
He
And he loved you
well,
guys.
he spent some time with us in Washington, and I mean, Shama and I, we took him everywhere. So whenever he saw us, he was like, "City Crew," gave us a big old hug,
He picked me
said,
up from jail in San Jose before.
fucking, hey, let's walk to the front gate. So we walked to the front gate, and all those tough guys weren't so tough once Chris was with us. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no. Hell no. San
And
Jose had some guys like that, like Chris, Billy, Frank, rest in peace. They had some hitters.
they had some hitters.
T, big ass T. Dude, they had some hitters.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, so then what? They put you in a van for a little bit, start driving the members around back
yep.
and forth from the hotels, or once too messed up, they
Hotels.
want to go to their hotel.
It was hotel rooms we were taking them. It was 7-Eleven. Basically, if they just wanted to get off the campground for a while, because I mean that was a lot of attitudes, a lot of energy, a lot of different personalities clashing. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
wasn't
we had
very fun, was it? You had to be
it
like,
was
what are you looking at?
it wasn't fun at all.
It wasn't very fun.
I
Everybody
didn't
was
have
all freaked out.
that was actually the biggest disappointment, dog, because this is my first like Hell's Angels out of state run.
That was a
I,
North Run.
and it was the North run. So it's like, man, I was excited as shit because I get to finally see how these motherfuckers do it down south. You know what I'm saying?
Right through
And
the
when we
gate, straight assholes.
just a bunch of dicks, and if they weren't dicks, they were dirty tweakers. It's like this sucks.
They were trying to tell me at one point, yeah, you need to go tell your members you need a break. You've been working the whole time. I'm like, what do you think I'm supposed to do down here? Hang
Fuck,
out and
dude.
listen to you guys call me names? Give me that trash bag.
Yeah, dude, and you had to be picking up trash just so these motherfuckers wouldn't fuck with us.
I had to clean the bathrooms on that run site twice. They're like worse than my kids.
And so I'm driving these vans, you know what I mean? I'm driving members around, doing whatever members want. And to be honest with you, if a member was with me in the van, they were cool. They were cool. They were only dicks whenever they were around other members, but whenever they were
What
by
happened to our
themselves,
friend that was in a van that came back crying? You remember
oh, he's not
that?
just our friend. He's a pansy ass president from Seattle. I'll call him out. I don't give a shit. What's good with it? I'll beat you. Hey, you scrawny bitch, I'll beat you up. I don't give a fuck. So
Yo!
I was like, well,
This
dog, I
fool
don't
came
care.
back to the run site crying and trying to hide under my
Crying,
dad's truck. And then I went over there
crying.
and cleared. I snuck away and cleared a metal tie. The thing that I smoke with, I cleared it on my truck, and it woke him up. He was hiding under the truck, and then he came out crying.
I said, hey, fool, why you crying? What's wrong? Oh, his member just threatened to kill me. Are you kidding me? I've been driving this van all day too, fool. I ain't had not
Like
one
a
experience like
G.
that.
If a member messes with us, we'll turn around and smack him one. Knock it off, homeboy. I'm trying to drive. That
Here
guy's
we
like,
are.
should I just pull over to the police station now?
What's the worst that happens? We fucking get in a little scrap. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cut
So yeah,
myself for shaving.
he's a little pansy ass.
I was
But
always scrapping. You know me. They put me in the. I was the little Mexican fighting chicken for no reason. That's fucked up. They're like, we're bored. Let's put Breeze in a fight.
yeah, dude. Well, a lot of times those motherfuckers put themselves in a fight with you, which I don't understand because, man, you're like one of the best people to be around. You're going to fucking laugh.
I
You know what
like
I
to have
mean?
fun, dude. Remember when they had your cousin and somebody else go at it for something stupid, and then they wanted me to go back there and finish them off, and I just helped my brothers out of the dirt? I'm like,
They're
get
like,
up. I ain't gonna come out here and shit stomp you guys. And then they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, what? Now we're all up. And
there's
they
a
all
good
turn
chance.
around.
There's a good chance that you saved my cousin's life that night by picking him up. Real
Dude,
talk.
I did. And he knows it, and I know it. And I grabbed him by his vest and pulled him out of the mud. It gives me goosebumps, bro, like a real brother. Not like somebody who says, go out there and finish them off because they messed up. Hell
Dude,
no.
Luis and Johnny, no, it was Luis and Dragon Ray had me locked in Rick's office for that
No,
event.
I think you ended up getting your way. At one point, you got behind. Like when I went out there to get him, you were in the back, I thought, behind the gate. You were ready to jump the fence.
They fucking, what it
They
was,
locked you away from it for sure. Because, like you
they
said in the
locked,
beginning, you and your cousin were like this. Like me and my dad,
yeah.
we had teammates.
It was, that was one of those ones where Luis and Dragon Ray went in there and he called me Stewie. He's just like, Stewie, we're staying in here. And he put his back up against the door. And that was that.
Bastard.
So it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's not really my story to tell. But yeah, fucking. So we're at North Run, driving members around. And it was a miserable weekend. We worked our asses off. We were tired. We ain't slept because, we
You
ain't
stayed up for
pussies.
like 6 days, pretty much,
We
bro, with
were up.
what? 10-minute increments?
We were up for days, bro. So,
Ugh.
I mean, it got to the point where Shamba was out of cigarettes.
You guys
and
almost got in a fight. I remember.
we did. And I was taking Buzz to 7-Eleven and I bought Shama a pack of smokes. And I said, hey, I bought you a pack of smokes. And he goes, I don't want one. And he goes, I don't want one. And I was like, bro, it's fine. Like, I got you a pack of smokes. And I handed it to him. I put it in his cut pocket. And he pulled it out real slow. And he goes, you don't even listen to me. And dropped the cigarettes on the ground and walked away. But I'm so tired, and now I'm like, this fucking ungrateful fucking Samoan. So I walked over there, and I'm like, what the fuck is your problem?
You
And like a
fucking
fucking,
pushed him, bro. You're like, what's up? What the fuck? You
like an
got, we're like, oh shit, City Crew's about to box.
like an old married couple, he's just like, you don't even listen to me. Fucking, and all of a sudden, here comes Breezy out of the dark. Hey boys, this is not the time or the place, and broke it
We're
up.
all tired.
So fucking,
I'm out in the see. They always taught me to stay out in the like shadows and shit. I popped out on you guys.
it's
Hey,
not the
hey, hey,
time or
keep
the
it down,
place.
keep it down.
We were gonna get it. That was about to be a 720-pound scrap.
You
Oh
guys were
yeah,
like this.
we were about to get it, but you know, Breezy to the rescue. Travis catches wind that we were about to scrap. Travis looks at us and goes, "You guys need to get some sleep. Go sleep." So I went to my car, laid in the driver's seat, passed out for a couple of hours, woke up. Sean was nowhere to be found. I pull my seat up and look out the front window, and this motherfucker's sleeping 50 yards in front of the car in the dirt because he
He
was
looked
so
like a
mad at me.
rock.
He was so mad at me, dog. He wasn't trying to sleep in the same car with me.
Dude, he went on top of that little hill right there and slept on that like Patrick Starfish. Oh man. No, and nobody would mess with him either. He was so big, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So finally, we wake up the next morning. Fucking the people are starting to clear out, campers are starting to go home, you know what I mean? It's time for us to get on the road back home. And that's when everything just went sideways. Like it just hard left turn. You know, Johnny and that dude with the tire, Ryan, uh, you and your pops, you guys go one way. Me,
I didn't sleep the entire time on that run site. I was watching you guys sleep, but I had a
Savage.
little performance enhancing substances as well.
Yeah, well, that was against the rules for City Crew.
It
So
was
we were
against the
out
rules
there.
for prospects too, but what do you want us to do?
I was fucking. We were out there raw dogging it sober as a priest, but boy, we were fucked up.
Damn. Cigarettes and caffeine. Just
Cigarettes and
mad.
caffeine, all shaky and pissed off, bro.
Just ready, just so mad. It
So
sucked,
fucking.
bro. That was one of the worst runs I've ever been on, too. There was something other shit going. That was just a bad vibe. The band didn't show up. Fucking the guy from Sons of Anarchy was acting all crazy. It was weird.
One of the girls that was getting passed around had to get dropped off at the emergency room for latex poisoning. God,
Latex poisoning. That's disgusting. No.
disgusting.
Smells like a
So
burnout in the van.
yeah, dude.
Hey, so that one dude was crying in the van because when it was his turn to do the shuttle, a member pulled a knife on him, dude. A Hawaiian member that was hammered drunk scared the
That's
shit out of him, dude. That's when he parked the van, jumped out. I'm never doing that again. It was great. It was great. So what about so my way
allegedly.
back, I get arrested. I go and my homeboy wants to see his girlfriend before we leave town, and we end up cutting off a cop. Y'all have heard that story. How did you guys get home?
Well, you guys went up just like before. You guys went back up the east side of the state, and we went up the west side of the state. And I don't like the
Yeah,
fucking
I went
guy
to
at all.
jail.
Yeah, right. Now I don't like the fucking guy at all, like at all. But I will say this for Mooch: Homeboy has the I-5 corridor in Oregon on lock.
He did. At one point, he did.
Yeah,
And
he
I know
he
me and you have shared some opinions on that guy, and we don't even want to get into that, but he did
he
have
had it
that
on
locked
lock,
down.
on lock.
But
Well,
I
I lived
rolled
in
through it every chance I got, unscathed.
I lived in Salem for a while, so I knew that place like the back of my hand. And we wanted to do a fuel stop, but just the way it worked out, we had to do a fuel stop in Salem. So we had planned on the very first exit that we get to Salem, 2 miles in at a Safeway, there's a gas station. We'll stay right off, we'll stay out of everybody's way. Nobody's going to see us. It's a residential area. So we pull off, we go down, we fill up, no issues. On the way, on that 2 mile ride back to the freeway, on the opposite side of the road, there's a fucking motorcycle coming. Homeboy's wearing a black cut, and he's breaking his neck as we roll past him. And I went, fuck, fuck. We're all
Yeah.
tired and shit. I'm like, this is the worst
Here we
possible
go.
time. So we get on the freeway, and I'm telling Shama, hey, fucking heads up. I did not like the way Homeboy was breaking his neck at us. Next thing you know, there's a big Tundra that pulls right up on the pack, and it's got a Misfit sticker in the back window. And I'm like, I already know who this is. So we're we're one lane over and we're real inconspicuous, and they don't even realize that we're the chase vehicle. They're just hungry for the pack. So then I start noticing there's Honda Civics starting to zoom around the freeway. And next thing you know, the pack is fucking surrounded, bro. And they still have no idea that we're there. Well, one of the Sons of Hell, who's also one of the most gangster men I've ever met in my entire fucking life. I mean, Sons of Hell wasn't known for having quality guys, but this guy was quality. He breaks formation of the pack. He breaks formation and he drops back and goes side by side with that Tundra and does one of these. What's up? And I'm like, fuck.
Double fuck.
Double fucks. Now
It's
they're
on and
pissed.
cracking.
So I tell Shamba, hey, we got to get in between the pack and that fucking Tundra. Back him off. So homeboy gets back in formation. Shamba fucking zooms in, cuts him off, and slams on the brakes. Well, I texted the member that was leading the pack, and I said, because we had the little code words, you know what I mean? And I said, 5 miles per hour, don't stop. Basically told him there's 5 cars around us, don't stop. So they mash, they go, and they leave Shama and I to battle all 5 of these fucking cars for 74 miles, dog.
Dude, how
From
come the Oregon Miles or the Oregon Mongols had like the gnarly car hit squads, bro, that would not run out of gas?
None of them were on bikes. They were 5 fucking cars for 74 miles from Salem, Oregon to Kalama, Washington. Shama and I fucking battled these motherfuckers trying to keep them off the pack. And we were successful. We were successful. We did manage
Probably
to fend
saved a
these fools
life.
off. We definitely saved some lives that night. And one of these fools, like this is a long time ago, obviously, but one
Yeah,
of
this
these
is over
fools,
10 years ago. We're out of even getting charged.
yeah, one of these fools, because I got the bangers in the front seat. I'm front passenger seat. Shama's driving. I got the bangers, and one of these fools pulls up next to us, and he's just got fucking tattoos all over his face. And he looks at me and he goes, "What?" And I just lifted the fucking banger and shook my head at him, and homeboy fucking hit the brakes. And it was all of a sudden, homeboy wasn't so tough. I guess face tattoos ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But fucking for 74 miles, we battled those motherfuckers, dog, and that was some real shit. And Shama, ironically, passed away in a car accident because Shama was the greatest wheelman I've ever been in a car with.
100%. I don't know what
That day,
part of his autism made him a good driver, but it worked.
bro, through mountain passes, homeboy's going 80 miles an hour checking his Facebook, and my butthole didn't even pucker. Like, homeboy was a good wheelman. And
Oh, straight up.
he proved it that day. He proved it. But you know what was always a little fishy to me is right outside of Portland. There's something called the Terwilliger Turns. Now the Terwilliger Turns, it's 55 miles an hour. We blew through that motherfucker at 85 miles an hour, past fucking state patrol and everything, and not one cop decided they were going to join this fight.
No, hell no. They knew what the hell was going on. They like that shit.
So I mean, 55 mile an hour speed limit, we're passing state troopers going 85 and not even a cherry. Oh, it was always a little weird to me.
Yeah, in
But
Oregon, they usually bust your ass too. They're cool, but they're not. You're at least going to get some tickets.
so it's like, was there a homeboy that they might have known that got a phone call, heads up that they was coming or something? I don't know. But I've always suspected, you know what I'm saying?
Guaranteed.
But once we
Speaking
got
of
closer,
phone calls, real quick, one of the fellas hit me up last night. Fellas MC will not be taking anything that any other club's trash. So I had to throw that out there. A homeboy from the table texted me and asked if I would put that in my next one. Hey, they ain't picking up your trash. They got enough on their team because they're badass motherfuckers. Hell yeah.
man, there's really only 2 clubs that I would ever entertain even hanging out with, to be honest with you, these days. And that's the Mongols and the Vagos. I really like the way that they've been
Isn't
operating
it
lately for
crazy to hear
sure.
us say that? We would never say that 10 years ago. And now we're like, we made a mistake.
We made a mistake. It's not that club life wasn't for us. It's that we just fucked around with the wrong club, dog.
bad.
Bad
We pretty much worked at a retirement home for years.
for years. Willing to go above and beyond for people that didn't give a flying fuck about us.
And just like Homeboy said about me, this is one of the best people I've met in my life. I don't have people I don't like on my show. And just beyond that, this dude's more of a brother than me, more of a brother to me than a homie these days, because we've got, when you have memories with somebody where you might not make it home, it does build a brotherhood. So at least we got that out of what we were doing, but we didn't get much of it. It was fun and it wasn't fun. And it was just, it was what it was.
I mean, honestly, towards the end, it became more of a fucking chore anyway. You know, we were just watching people fucking snake each other. We were watching members turn on members. We got to see a lot
Dude,
of lies, a lot of
Stu
drama.
tried to knock me out of the fucking door one time. I was following, smiling out, and me and Stu were wrestling to see who could get behind him real quick. We were fun like that. Like, we had to add some fun to it, but we're
Yeah,
tough. We're like pit bulls. We're men, dude. We're out there calling each other names and wrestling and shit. And the other guys are, "Ooh, those guys are scaring us. Get them out of here."
yeah. Fucking nervous little punks, dog.
Nervous little punks, why'd you put that on if you're gonna act like this? We all know what we're
Straight
here
up.
for. Shut up, lame. Get over
Fucking
here.
get the fuck out of the way. You know, fucking, we'd already
Hey, how
know.
about the tink? Were you there for that? I need to jump
Yeah.
off here
No,
for
no,
one
no.
second.
Well,
I
you
need
gotta
to
tie
jump
your
off
shoes.
for I gotta tie my shoes, but are you gonna tell the tink story?
The fucking tink. I wasn't there for that.
You know it though.
Oh, I know it because Shama wasn't supposed to be in Spokane.
Ah!
So one morning, everyone's standing out in front of the clubhouse, and the clubhouse got shot up. How the shooter missed the 450-pound Samoan in front of the clubhouse, but hit the guy standing next to him, I will never, ever understand. But that's exactly what happened. Now, Shama wasn't even supposed to be in Spokane. Shama was on probation. Shama's patch was in a box. Shama was in trouble. Shama was not taking care of business. He was not going to work. He was not paying his dues. He was just 24/7 on the streets because that's who Shama was and that's what Shama did. The problem with someone being as down as Shama was is that Shama didn't take care of his personal responsibilities, which meant I had to take care of his personal responsibilities. And I don't know if any of you have ever fucking fed someone that's over 400 pounds, but it ain't cheap. And homeboy, believe you me, he was at my house whether I was there or not. And every time he was there, he was in my fridge. Homeboy was just eating me out of house and home. So for that tink, he was not supposed to be there.
Like this.
I was not fucking happy with Shama. Man, if that motherfucker would have gotten shot, I'd have been so pissed. There goes my guy. Fuck, man. And funny
Dude.
enough, homeboy that did get fucking shot, he comes home, right? And it's the very first weekend that my ex-wife had come to town. And it was her very first introduction with club life after I had spent all day telling her that it's more of a family environment. It's, don't believe what you've seen on TV, blah, 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 blah. Homeboy shows up with bullet holes in his back. Fuck, dude, the very first day. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that
And then
was
that
a.
guy got all paranoid and popped his old lady when she was changing the laundry. He popped her 5 times.
He popped her twice. And I know he popped her twice because after they split up, I started fucking her.
Hey,
Yeah, there's a little dirt for you.
brotherhood at its finest. No,
Brother. So homeboy, well, homeboy
he
disappeared.
was Sons of Hell. He wasn't City Crew.
He disappeared. One day he left and none of us knew where he was. He said that he had to get locked up for a year, is what he told us. Homeboy never went to jail. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but there was something fishy going on there too.
Oh yeah, because a few of those guys got busted and only one of them had to stay down, and I imagine that's because he kept his fucking mouth shut.
Yeah. Well,
And
I don't
his
know.
old lady got fucked too.
Bro, she was telling me some shit. And I don't know if any of it's true. There's no way to prove it, so there's no point in saying it. But she was telling me some real inconspicuous shit that made me like tie some stories together that she wasn't privy to. I made I made a couple of decisions that was like, all right, so I think homeboy might have been on the CI side, but that's you know, who knows?
That's a whole nother story right there, huh?
That's a whole nother story. But I'm an old fashioned white boy. I don't have enough proof to make that accusation, so I'm not gonna. But I suspect it. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking A. Well, back to the Tink Tink story. So after what he said happened to the clubhouse and everybody's on high alert, the clubhouse is always in a ghetto. Wherever there's a clubhouse, it's in the ghetto usually for that side, red and white. So downtown is not far from us. Somebody got popped downtown. This dude's dad is thinking that it happened in front of our clubhouse. So he pulls up in a badass Harley Davidson F-150 and starts doing burnouts, dude. It's like 3 a.m. And then he puts his car in park. Your cousin's out there telling him, shut it down. And or just open the door and started saying, shut it down. And then like close the door. And the dude does one more, slams it into park, leaves the door open, which I don't know why nobody jumped in that thing during all this and took off. Brand new Harley Davidson F-150. Hey, he jumps out with a little dog. He jumps out with a little dog and goes up to the clubhouse and starts kicking it and punching it. And then I think your cousin pulled out a banger. And I was like, dude, I said, dude, watch out. And I grabbed a bat. And I went out there and I gave him a 9-piece chicken nugget with a side of fries, dude. And I think I even kicked the dog. Anyways, I came back in. Everybody was laughing. Shama was calling me Tink Tink after that. That dude tried to take off and he ended up crashing into a building. Four buildings down, he crashes into one at the end of the block. Cops come. He has red welts all over his body. And they go, what happened to you? And he goes, dude, they those guys down there beat me. And so then they took him, put him in the drunk tank. They came, knocked on the door. You know who? Chow came out to
Yeah.
talk to the cops, and they're like, "Hey, did somebody get just brutally beaten right here?" And he's all, "Well, somebody was definitely made to leave." And then they're like, "Okay," and they left, and that guy got in trouble, and he's the one that said all that. And everyone that's saying that's a fake story, sometimes these stories are so crazy you wouldn't believe they're true, but that's the kind of shit that happens back
I
then when we
mean,
were
that's
rocking.
that's definitely a true story. And the member that went out and talked to the cops was one of the most gangster dudes I've ever met in my life. So, and we're not talking like, oh, he was Mr. Cool Guy. We're talking homeboy was legit fucking gangster. I miss that guy.
100%.
But I
Yeah.
to talk about the shooting at the clubhouse, I've always kind of suspected that that was the cops.
No,
Like,
I started hanging out with the other team after that, and they told me which ones it was. They were laughing, saying when they did it, how they did it. It was a
really?
hell yeah, dude. It was their support team and it just kept, because look, if they didn't do that, we were gonna move on them that day because they were throwing a big party 3 blocks away. So they
I
outsmarted us.
I fucking hope that they got rid of whoever that shooter was, dog. It's
And
the
they moved
worst
on us
shot.
as soon as we fucking parked and went inside the clubhouse, dude. Remember? Ping, ting, 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 ting. Bulletproof,
God.
sucker.
I really hope they didn't keep whoever was the gunman on that one. That motherfucker couldn't hit the broadside of a Samoan.
Well, damn. Maybe he didn't want to go to prison for life. Maybe he was just trying to scare somebody. I know, but if you miss Shama, from more than a football field, you must be blind.
You should not be shooting at anybody if you couldn't hit Shama.
And then they hit the tweaker that was standing sideways in the back. And what was the craziest part to me is it shot the angel tattoo in the wiener and it
Yep.
burned it off. And then the bullet went in and out over his spine and sealed itself shut. No blood, nothing, burned shut. Two bubbles.
Through and through. Through and through.
Through and through, over his spine. The odds of
Yeah.
a bullet going through your skin and over your spine and out is like 1 in a million. So
I mean,
crazy, dude.
it's a good thing homeboy had that angel tattoo, because damn,
And
that was luck,
why'd he
dog.
show up he still showed up in the nanny gown from the hospital when he came back to the clubhouse.
That dude was a fucking weirdo, dude. He's a fucking weirdo. Like, there's some people out there that are just a little odd. People are a little different. You know, we're fucking odd. We're different. But homeboy was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you can look that shit up in the news too. If you look up Spokane clubhouse shootout or something like that, it's Googleable. Homeboy.
Oh, yeah. You'll see Shama's fat ass standing out there smoking a cigarette. It's
You'll see
all
me
in the
in one of
news.
them too, getting yelled at.
Getting yelled at for doing nothing wrong.
I'm dressed like an absolute hobo. Best time
Yeah.
to get pictured for the news.
I don't know why. I swear to God, somebody could slip on a banana peel and you would get in trouble for it. I don't know
Dude,
what
I
the
was
fuck
always
that
in
was about.
trouble.
Always in
Freeze!
trouble. You
I took
lived
the heat off everybody else.
at the clubhouse. You were
What
always
more could
doing
I
chores and
do?
shit.
Phone
Like,
calls, chores, taking them where they need to go. Pick up a bike, do this, do that, punch this, kick that, get over here, clean
and then
this.
you do all that and you hear, God damn it, Breeze. What the fuck is this poor guy doing wrong, man?
I'm at the lake house just trying to paint, just spreading it everywhere.
God, the lake house. Okay, so 6 months was the time period. We had to prospect you for 6 months before you could be considered for membership in the city crew. But the stipulation was you had to do 6 months, and then Shama called it the city crew 48. And that's when Shama would take that prospect, that is 6 months period, take him to Spokane and keep that motherfucker awake for 48 hours. But Shama would never ask anybody to do anything that he himself was not willing to do. So Shama would always do it with him. And he would sit out there and he would make sure it was like boot camp for your brain. Because he would sit a motherfucker in a car and he would teach them about staying on point, keep your head on a swivel, but don't look like you're on point.
Notepad.
Get your notepad out. Take
Watch
this
what's
note.
going on around you. Pay attention to what members you need to do what with and
Yep.
all that.
He was very, very militant. That was a militant man. But if you made it through those 48 hours, Shama would come home and he'd give you your patch.
That's
That was
badass.
that was just one of the things that he did, man. He was a fucking
Hey, he
he
was
was a
so big. I'm big. And I used to just take him out into a grass field and be like, let me try to take you down. I never took him down. And that's the only person in the world that I've tried to straight spear, tackle, do whatever you want to say, run at him like a tree. I did not knock him down. I've knocked him out. Unfortunately, we got into that, but I could never I could never take him down.
bro. He
Not
had
even.
me in my living room on the ground. He had my head in a chokehold like that, and I was fighting as hard as I could to get away. And this
Let me
motherfucker's scratching
go.
it. He's scratching his nose with his thumb as he's holding me, and I couldn't get away from him even if I fucking wanted to.
Oh yeah, if he gets a hold of you, you're done.
You want to know how I fucking met Shama? The very first time I met Shama is the crew I was in. We threw a fucking show, and Shama showed up drunk, and he was punking everybody. And my cousin was the president of his chapter. So my cousin goes out there and he goes, fuck you guys. I'm the king of Tacoma. And Steve went, whatever, drunk ass, get the fuck out of here. And he goes, fuck your crew. And Steve went, well, now you fucked up, and knocked him out. Whack! Knocked Shama unconscious. The
Me and
very
Steve
next
are probably the only two people I've heard that knocked him out, and I knocked him out of straight fear that if he got his hands on me, he would have killed me right then and there.
nobody was more surprised that Steve knocked out Shamba than Steve.
He's
Nobody
all
was more surprised.
yes.
He was like,
I felt
fuck,
the
I can't
same
believe he went
way.
out. The fucking very next weekend, there was probably 70 of my guys in this venue, and Shama showed up, and he walked through a crowd of us and walked right up to Steve and shook his hand and said, I apologize for my behavior. And that's whenever I knew he was someone I wanted to be friends with.
Bad motherfucker, dude. Shama
Bad
was that
motherfucker.
dude.
He
He
had
lost
no
his way at
ego.
the end there, man. He lost
He
his
did.
way, and we miss him every day, dude. But we all have like, there's brothers, and then there's like, man, just those life experiences that I all talk about. But we were like, Shama was our fucking brother.
He
Like
fucking
that's one you regret losing big time.
he lost his way, bro. But I prefer to remember all of the wonderful things about Shama.
100%. One of the best people in the world, dude.
His greatest enemy was himself. He didn't like himself at all, but man, he loved all of us with his whole heart.
And the kids at the parties, dude, would be on him like little monkeys. When he
Oh
sat
yeah,
down, the kids would jump on. We love Uncle Shama.
oh yeah.
They're
I
just all over
remember.
him. They think he's so big. They thought he was
Yep.
a climbing structure, straight up.
Oh yeah, dude. The fucking kids. There's a picture floating around somewhere of Shama laying on his back with a bunch of kids laying on top of him, and all of them are asleep. Like fucking
He's a straight giant beanbag.
yeah, dude. In a room full of killers, it would always be like, "Fuck yeah, party! We're tough. Look at us!" And then it's like, "Where's Shama?" And Shama was usually in the backyard playing with the kids, like
Yeah, for sure.
just a
But he could be in the room
450
of
pound
killers all
toddler,
day
bro.
long and be fine, dude. He was an intimidating motherfucker himself. And
Oh
then,
yeah,
like you said, when he got drunk, oh man, then he would start punking people. Not me, but hey, anybody that
yeah.
you should dangerous.
Oh yeah. He fucking if you even looked slightly like you might be hard in the yard, Shama was gonna find out.
What's up?
What's
What's
up,
up, homie? What are you looking at? You
bro?
want to do something? What are you trying to get into? Bow! That's how
Him and I went.
Samoans are.
Him and I went to Laughlin, Nevada, bro. And we were in this titty bar, right? It was called Bikinis, and the bouncer looked just like Shama, big old Pacific Islander, right? Shama walks up to him looking mean as a motherfucker, and I'm watching from like 30 feet away, and I'm like, oh fuck, Shama's got his business face on, and I see fucking Shama ask homeboy a question, and then all of a sudden he's happy, smiley Shama, and gives him a hug. Shama comes back and sits next to me, and I said, what the fuck was that about? He's all, I had to find out if he was Samoan or Tongan. And I'm like,
Because
what
they don't
difference does it
like
make?
Tongans.
And he's like, if he was Tongan, I was gonna knock him out. But he was Samoan, so we're cool. I'm like, you guys look like you could be brothers, you fucking idiot. What's fucking wrong with you?
Doi,
If you
doi.
can't
They're tough
if
as
you can't
nails. They're
tell
all
on
warrior
sight
people.
if you can't tell on sight who your enemies are, they probably shouldn't be your fucking enemies. That's all I'm saying.
Ah,
I miss him, bro. I miss him so much. He was so fucking great. So great.
100%. 100%, dog.
Yeah, I mean that this right here is a City Crew tattoo, and him and I both have it. Same spot. He's buried with it. I've had multiple opportunities to cover it, and I never will. Not
Hell
because
no.
not because of what City Crew was, not because of what
Look at
City
what
Crew
that.
did.
Let's see it one more time because that's what you guys were. People go, "What city crew? They don't have bikes. They're the hit team, homie." That's what those fools were doing.
If
Just
you
trust and
fucking needed
believe. It's not all a joke like you might think.
no, if you needed something done, City Crew was gonna get it done. And
100%.
I say that with no ego. My motherfucking track record speaks for itself. I
Straight
loved
up.
it. I loved it. And I loved it. And I have relationships from that life that I'll have for the rest of my life. And I'll cherish them. But in regards to the club we were with, man, fuck those guys.
Straight up.
I've never been happier to be away from people in my life. Those people, they trained us to be the men that they themselves wish they were.
Get him, Stu.
It's just the
Hey,
truth, dog.
shout out your Instagram real quick too. This dude, you have a pretty fat following on Instagram. You've made some reels that have a million views, right?
I did that, fucking they shut them down. They canceled my old account, so I'm fucking building it back up. But it's thick beef stew on Instagram, STU.
He does
And
some funny, he does some really funny, I don't even know. He does some reels that could be political, they can be funny, they can make girls mad, they can make guys mad, they can make you laugh, make you cry. He does it all, man. And he's doing the comedy show tonight. If you're in Ohio, you need to check that shit out because this dude, hey, as serious and scary as he may look sometimes, he is funny as fuck when he wants to be.
fucking Cross Keys Tavern tonight, 8:30, fucking Chillicothe, Ohio. Come out, let's have some drinks, let's laugh it up.
Straight up.
I love you, my brother.
You got anything else you want to go over? We done on here? I love you,
Man,
dog.
honestly, bro, everything else that needs to be said should
It's in the
probably be
books.
said in person. And
Or a campfire.
as they say, for those that don't know, no explanation can be given. For those that know, no explanations needed.
And if you don't know, now you
Now you
know,
know.
honky. All right. Hey, everybody, man. Thanks for tuning in. Vegas, man, send me my check. Quit coming in here and reading that stuff. You got no legs. I need some pigeon food, homeboy. If anybody wants to donate, because Rick burned me on my last check, it is Chime at Rolling Free TV. And I have Zelle. My Instagram's Berserker Breeze. My Facebook's Breeze Perello. Shout out to me. Shout out to Stu. We did it. You got some stories out of us, man. And catch y'all on the flip side.
Later,
Peace.
y'all.